Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. I'm going to jump down to verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. And before getting on with this video, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. May Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's peace be bestowed unto you, hopefully elect. Your brother Yahweh called from Great Millstone, Orlando. Just got these two videos here. Meanwhile, all the while, you got certain of these Israelites that are wishy-washy, changing up the doctrine, saying that this truth is boring. Meanwhile, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is being the ultimate chess player that he is. He's doing exactly that, playing chess. He's moving the pieces on the chessboard. And that's why, of course, as watchmen, just staying on our watch, blowing that sound. And not only are we blowing, piping a tune, it's the correct tune, which is why I wanted to start off with this here in Ecclesiastes 3. Because, again, while Jacob settled on their knees, saying that the Lord won't do neither good nor evil, Jacob's trouble is already past, and things of that nature. We're in the time of war. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is stirring that spirit of war, the spirit of jealousy. We're in the atmosphere of war, and it's just a matter of time, any day now. To those of us in the know, that's how we take it. That's how we walk. That's how we conduct ourselves, because we know at any day now, this shit's going to pop off. But just knowing with the topic of war, wars and rumors of wars, there's a lot going on. Outside of the conflict between the rising tensions between Venezuela, Babylon, and all the other war fronts that are going on right now. Again, man, there's a lot going on just dealing with wars and rumors of wars. So, Lord willing, just to sound the alarm, just to report on some of these, of what's going on concerning war. Without further ado, we're going to play these two clips, or two videos.
Nuclear-armed France, after 30 years, is reintroducing military service for the youth. German Chancellor pledges to build Europe's strongest army as Trump sidelines Europe and is engaging with Moscow and Kiev to end the war from Paris to Berlin. The continent is arming itself for a storm.
For Europe, the reckoning is here. Europe's military machine is roaring back to life, hardening battle lines in an era of profound uncertainty. The game has changed. For decades, peace was a dividend. Now, security carries a steep price tag. France is making a big move. President Macron launches a dramatic drive to reintroduce military. Macron's words are sharp. This is not training, it is readiness.
Un nouveau service national.
A new national service will be instituted gradually starting next summer. This service has three specific objectives: to strengthen the bond between our nation and our army, to enhance our nation's resilience, and to consolidate the training of our young people.
A stark warning from France's new army chief about the country losing its children in a potential war with Russia.
The military will persevere in their missions if they feel the country is behind them. If our country falters because it is not ready to accept the loss of its children, because, let's face it, things need to be said, to suffer economically because priorities will shift to defense production, for example, then we are at risk.
France is not alone. Berlin is rearming on a scale not seen for a generation. Germany targets 260,000 active soldiers, boosting troop numbers by 80,000, plus another 200,000 reservists ready for deployment by 2035. This is no incremental rise, it is a total re-engineering. It's not just France and Germany. All NATO nations are bracing themselves. The Baltics scramble. Estonia doubles its defense spend. Lithuania bolsters its conscripts. Latvia extends military training. Sweden, fresh in NATO, invests warplanes, missile batteries, cyber warriors. Finland sharpens its edge, touting rapid mobilization as its trump card. Poland too beefs up arms imports and pushes for NATO deployments near the frontier. Spain upgrades digital warfare and naval patrols. Even Switzerland quietly expands its citizen soldier program. The logic is brutal and bare. Europe fears a new war, not because it wants one, but because it cannot afford to lose one. As the first recruits strap on combat boots and the first deliveries of hardware roll out, the continent stands at a crossroads. Defense lines, once silent, now crackle with energy. Europe may yet avert fire, but it's no longer counting on luck. It's preparing.
So, I like that part said, hey, not because they want to, but again, this is the atmosphere that we're in, the atmosphere of war. And meanwhile, these simple Babylonians, just completely oblivious, sitting back in that normalcy bias spirit. You know, here it is, the government, which I believe this is just a play on the people's minds. You know, Esau, he's going to try to milk whatever he can out of these simple Babylonians, because the government being open, I believe until January, sometime in January. You know, so they pretty much are in that, people are in that, as the scriptures say, the house of feasting, right? Here it is. It's a so-called holiday season, right? Meanwhile, as just played here in this video, get this next video, these nations, they're basically getting ready to conduct a military draft. You know, they're already putting it out there, hey, getting the military aged men ready, and so on and so forth. All right, you know, again, man, we're in that atmosphere of war. And while these simple Babylonians, again, man, sitting around, and even these Jakes, these Israelites, fucking around, you know, it's just a matter of time, man, before we start hearing this here in America, as far as military draft. All right, America soon is going to be a war environment. All right, you know, everything that we've been saying from the apostles on down, man. You know, I'm gonna grab this real quick. What is that? Isaiah. Isaiah. Isaiah 24 and 10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. Because even with this, and you see, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashmal Shai, and as the scriptures say, Salakia, the scriptures say, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. So, you know, a lot of these psyops that go on, and immediately, you know, brothers be calling Esau, man, you know, calling him out. We see right through Esau's bullshit, man. We see through the smoke and mirrors. So with this whole situation dealing with these National Guard troops being unalived, you know, the narrative of you know, they're putting a narrative out there, just dealing with martial law, you know, Yeah, just dealing with martial law. They're trying to stir the pot, for civil unrest. Because with this being said, these National Guard members being attacked is going to call for a beefing up of military presence here in America, which that's something that Babylon is not used to seeing. But again, as it's been taught from the apostles on down, man, eventually it's going to get to a point where America is going to become a total, just a complete totalitarian state, environment. And again, this is something that these Babylonians, because they've lived carelessly for so long, this is why they had that normacy by spirit, because Babylon the Great, right? America has so-called never lost a war. America has never seen war, right? On America's soil, right? And all these things. But little do these people know, all right? Because when it hits America, it's going to hit America. It's going to hit America the worst. It's going to hit this place the hardest. But nevertheless, man, the spirit of Yahweh Shemashah is moving. And Lord willing, we don't have, until what's that? What do they say? 2036, because things are moving quick. Get these two quick ones in. What's that? That's the spirit. The time was 144, and this video has 144 views. So hey, Lord willing, man. But in Revelation 9 and 12, one woe was past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. Talk about World War I, right? Now we're reading Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe was past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right, and we are quickly moving into this third world's woe. All right, this third world's war. All right, because with that being said, I'm gonna play this next video.